afternoon, everybody. How'd you like my new intro? Any good or not? I did have Glory Tottenham Hotspur playing at one time. However, got told not allowed to have that. Somebody else's music, and that's copyright, and you can't take it. So, with a little bit of adjustment from an old video that I'd taken at the old White Hart Lane, they put that to it. So, hopefully you like it. I'm trying to be a little bit more professional. I'm told that I need to create thumbnails and have a proper intro and stuff. That will get me along the subscriptions. I don't think it's going to happen somehow, because I think I'm a bit of an acquired taste, and obviously you need that little bit of, I don't know, je ne sais quoi, as Del Boy might say, to get you across the line. Anyway, I digress. I'm just waffling. So I haven't really been online today. Been really busy at work, and so I haven't had a chance to keep up with the latest. However, I am aware that the comedy roadshow that is Tottenham's search for a new manager is now seems to have hit new lows on the face of it, with the interest in Fonseca from Roma, who Jose Mourinho is just going to replace. So, as I've said many times, I am not a connoisseur of any other football team. I don't consider myself an in the know or any of that malarkey. What I do is I give my opinion based on how I'm feeling, or what I think's been said or whatever. So I've got no axe to grind. I don't know Fonseca at all. I don't know anything about his footballing managerial qualities, how good he is or not. I know what people have posted about him, and things that have been kind of put around. So this is what I've been reading in the limited time that I've had a chance to have a look. So he won a cup in Portugal. He won the double, I believe, with Shakhtar 3 years on the trot. And that's kind of the highlights, and the lowlights are that he got, I don't know if it was Roma, kicked out of their sort of version of the FA Cup, I'm guessing, for fielding 6 substitutes without realising it, which is which is a bit of a worry. If he can't count beyond 3, that's a bit of a worry. Anyway, and that his second year with Roma is worse than his first year at Roma, and it's why he's ended up getting the old tin tack. So the other thing that I've heard is that he is happy to work on limited budgets, which would kind of indicate why Tottenham might be interested in this guy, because if he can work within limited budgets and he can work with youth and so on, that might be quite a good thing to know. Anyway, and the final thing that I've seen is lots of pictures of him dressed up as Zorro, which, put in the wrong context, makes him look like a complete doofus. But actually, when he did it, from what I can see, it was something to do with some kind of bet or something with his team or whatever. So probably done for a bit of fun, but obviously taken out of context when posted online in plenty of memes and that kind of stuff. So one that we would obviously get ripped about quite regularly, but that's by the by. The only positives I'm guessing, really, or the other positive I'm guessing, is that if this is because the person who's being touted as the director of football, and personally I don't know whether that's even happened, I haven't seen anything confirmed about that, that the alleged director of football incoming is a fan. So if that's the case, and they've brought in a director of football to get more football orientated and to take the pressure away from Mr. Levy, then you've got to trust, I guess, that this guy knows his job and knows how to do his job, and he's working to the gift that that Daniel Levy and the club have given him. So if we don't trust that he knows how to do his job, then essentially we're saying, what's the point of having a director of football? We've been calling out for it. Get away from the table, Levy. You've done enough damage. Let's have somebody else. But then when we bring somebody else in, we're not going to trust them to do their job. So it is a bit of a double-edged sword, I guess. So I'm not saying that this guy is the right decision, and I'm not already saying he's the wrong decision, because I don't know. I'm not a director of football, and I don't know enough about him. But the other, what you can gain from it is the fact that, well, when Pochettino came to Tottenham, it was on the back of doing okay in Southampton, and prior to that, he'd been sort of looking after Espanyol's second B team, I think they use out there. So on that basis, he's got a better CV than Poch had when Poch came. We all got on and we all loved Poch, for most part. He did well. He took us to places we never really expected. So if that's the case, potentially it could be a good move. He could turn out to be really cool. He could be really good with youth. He could be a good man manager. He could be exactly what the team needs. On the face of it, it's hard to imagine that being the case, because we all think that Harry Kane would want someone who is, elite to make him consider staying. He wants to be coached by the best to get to his best to win major silverware, not just personal silverware. So if he's looking at Fonseca and thinking, you're not elite, you're not going to get me there, then that doesn't solve that problem. Then of course you've also got the issue of, well, does that help attract players? Because what players is he going to attract if he's not been around the best players or whatever? So that's another issue. Unless of course the director of football is the man who's going to attract these top stars to come and play in the Europa Conference as opposed to the Champions League. So it's all a bit up in the air, isn't it? And it's all rather depressing yet again. We're all really depressed yet again, because it's not what we want. We all want the best for our club. I don't know. To be fair, I'd be glad of the roller coaster of not having a manager be resolved, because that's the first hurdle to start moving forward, and that's what we all want, right? We want this issue resolved so that we can start talking about transfers. We can start talking about Harry Kane's future. We can start talking about pre-season and getting our players ready for the challenge ahead. That is going to be a very difficult season next season. So there you go. Here we go again. Let's see what happens. I'll keep you updated with all my thoughts. If you don't subscribe, please do, because I'm looking desperately low compared to all these other super duper YouTubers out there. As we say, up the Spurs.